Welcome to your final financial stop, where we discuss basic and advanced financial topics so you can stay in the loop of what's happening in today's markets as well as the rest of the world around you. Today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and why it's dropped so much in the past few days, what that means for the rest of 2022. Is it altcoin season? What coins are we going to see go to the moon? Before we get started, I want to state that I am not a professional and I want you to do your research on anything that I do or do not say. Please consult with a professional financial advisor if you have any questions of what you should do with your portfolio, for this is not the place to receive that information. This is my own information based on my own findings and my own experience, based on many years working with trade organizations and do-it-yourself investing. Please understand that investing in any type of asset is extremely risky and can result in a lot of losses. But most importantly, make sure you know what you're doing before you do it and have fun. Here in the last few hours on January 6, 2022 at 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, Bitcoin is now reaching levels of $41,500. That's crazy. Just a few months ago, we were at an all-time high. Well, what's going on? We're just a few hours out of the last meeting of the Fed where they plan to increase interest rates sooner than expected. That's supposed to be bullish. Bitcoin is supposed to combat inflation. What's going on? You have to understand that people might be selling so they can pay off taxes in tax season. Or they're selling to pay off credit cards for the holiday season. Or they're selling because there's lots of instability in the market. The central bank is reducing the amount of bonds it can hold. Governments around the world are accepting it as their legal tender. You know there's going to be people putting money into it, but on the other side of the world, you have to understand that there are people that are going to be pulling money out of it. At the times of Omicron variant being dangerous or not being as dangerous and political turmoil, you have to understand when it comes down to Bitcoin, in my opinion, I think we're going to be in a bear market for a bit longer. That doesn't mean you won't win. There are opportunities to short coins that are going to do bad. There are opportunities to buy coins that are going to do good. Let's take a look at the chart real quick and let's see what we can find. The Bitcoin chart. Here we go. What are we looking at here today? Well, first I want to go ahead and say, once again, I'm not a professional. This is just my own findings and what works best for me and how I've translated it into an enormous amount of wealth in my portfolio. With that being said, let's take a look at the chart, but you might want to know how things work around here. I work in the day, 4-hour, and 15-minute timelines. I draw lines and I look at the relative strength index for confirmations and disapprovals. I also like to zoom in just a little bit. I don't like to view too far out of the graph in any of the time frames. So a good 6 to 8 months would be good for me. So we're starting right here at the April. The first thing that I have to notice is we hit a whole all-time high right about here. So I'm gonna mark this as red because it's down there. The next thing we're gonna have is a jump up, and then finally another all-time high. So the only level of significance is going to be here and here. All of our lines kind of had to play into where Bitcoin is right now. We can go into the 4-hour chart. We can zoom in just a little bit. We don't really have a lot to play off of here other than this one little. So right here is going to be what we're looking at is right here right now. Don't even want to look at the rest of the graph because it's going to confirm it for us. So now that we have, make it different just a little bit. Now that we have our 4-hour timestamp of when we think this will blow up, which is somewhere in the month of February. I think it'll be somewhere around here. I think it'll hit this bottom right here at 38,000, 36,000, and then kind of play a little bit right here, and we're gonna see another little bounce up because we have to. I mean, honestly, this looks like a Head and Shoulders. This looks like a double top. I think we're bearish all the way, but we will see a few occasional jumps. For instance, this little orange line marks a little support, so it confirmed it for us. Okay, so if we back out into the daily, we can kind of see how this lines up. The target price here at $36,000, maybe a potential rise to 40,000. A retest of 35,000 and a breakout above 46. That is my Bitcoin outlook. If you want to look at more altcoins, including Ethereum, Crow, Covalent, Radical, Avalanche, Engine, Solana, Terra, and many, many more, follow the link in my bio for my Twitter or my Patreon. Take your investing, take your portfolio, and take your strategies to the next level. Do this for yourself and do this for the greater good of your financial future. Please remember to do your own research and understand that this market is very volatile and anything can happen at any moment. Always be on the lookout for what's happening in the market and the financial world, as well as the other side of the world. Until then, stay safe, take care. Have a good day.